Hey, what's going on guys, Garage here, bringing you guys another Pokemon Go video. As you guys know, I freaking love this game, and because I'm having so much fun playing, I thought I'd make a top 10 dedicated to it. So today, we're going to be looking at 10 Pokemon that everybody wanted when starting to play Pokemon Go. This list consists of Pokemon currently within the game that I feel majority of players had their eyes on when first starting up. Now, obviously, depending on both personal preference and where you may live, this list may vary. However, I think it's pretty accurate for most parts of the world. I have, however, decided to exclude the legendaries and regional Pokemon from this list, since the majority of us probably didn't know we wouldn't have access to them within the game, at least at the time of making this video. But with all that said and done, I hope you guys enjoy. Number 10, Pidgeot. Now, many of you guys are probably wondering why I've included this Pokemon on this list. Well, for many, Pidgeot was the first third stage evolution that players acquired within Pokemon Go. Mainly due to the obnoxious amounts of Pidgeys available to you, but while the constant spam does get annoying, there's no denying that Pidgeot is a pretty solid Pokemon, especially early on when you're just getting started up. Even in some of the older Pokemon games, it was a pretty common choice among beginner trainers. Currently, I believe Pidgeot stands as one of the easiest and most powerful flying Pokemon available in Pokemon Go. Number 9, Arcanine. One of the most powerful Pokemon currently in Pokemon Go, Arcanine is one Pokemon that many of us Go players immediately wanted to get our hands on. Rumored to have once been a potential candidate for the original legendary trio from the first gen, you know this Pokemon had to mean business. With its intimidating design along with high amounts of health and really fast speed, Arcanine has become a pretty common choice among players. Chances are you'll find at least one of these fiery beasts the next time you stop to battle a gym. Number 8. Pikachu. There was no doubt that the iconic mascot for the entire Pokemon franchise would make it on this list. Though fairly uncommon, players were quick at snagging up a Pikachu the first time they ever encountered one. Although not exactly the best electric type to battle gyms with, let's be honest, who wouldn't want one of these adorable little mouses added to their collection? Number 7, Ninetales. Probably the most elegant on this list, Ninetales is that one Pokemon that stood out as a trophy for many beginning trainers. Though pretty average in battle, its design alone is enough to push players to try and catch every single Vulpix they came across, as they themselves are a pretty uncommon sighting. I don't know how else to explain it, you just have a good feeling knowing this Pokemon is in your party, even if you don't really use it much. To this day, I have still yet to find one in the wild. Number 6, Alakazam and Gengar. Being two of the strongest Pokemon back in Generation 1, players were eager to obtain either one of these early on within the game. Although not as powerful as some of the other Pokemon available, these are definitely two that you want to make sure you add to your collection if you're ever fortunate enough to encounter them in the wild, simply due to how uncommon their pre-evolution states are. Personally, two of my favorite Pokemon from Gen 1, and I'm sure there are many people out there who would agree with me. Number 5, Snorlax, another powerful and rare Pokemon many players were, and still are, eager to get their hands on. Snorlax has crazy amounts of health along with one of the highest CP caps in the game, which makes holding gyms a walk in the park. Aside from that, this Pokemon is known to be pretty difficult to find in the game, which probably helps boost its popularity. As for myself, I was lucky enough to catch one the day after the game's release through the use of an incense. Now the owner of a level 500 Snorlax, I managed to hold control of a gym for almost a week. Number 4, Charizard. To be honest with you, I'd say this spot could also include the other starter Pokemon's final evolutions, Venusaur and Blastoise, as players would kill for their chance to encounter any one of these in the wild. But it seems Charizard is just the favorite of the three. Just like back in the day when everyone was collecting Pokemon cards, if you had the Charizard, you were the shiz, and that's really all there is to it. Although to be honest, obtaining any one of these Pokemon in Pokemon Go would guarantee you to be the envy of all your friends. Number 3, Dragonite. Having insanely high attack and defense along with a CP cap of 3500, Dragonite currently stands as the most powerful Pokemon available in Pokemon Go. It's no wonder that this Pokemon is a must-have by the most hardcore Go players, as it is only being enslaved by the legendary Mewtwo itself, which hasn't even been released into the game yet. This Pokemon has always been a difficult one to acquire in past games, and as such has often been seen as a pseudo-legendary. Even today, most players continue to hope that they'll be fortunate enough to simply encounter one of these beasts. Number 2, Eevee and its evolutions. Now, I decided to put Eevee in my second spot due to the fact that it was, at least from what I've witnessed, probably the most sought out Pokemon right at the game's release. Literally, it seemed everybody was trying to get enough candies just to try to get their favorite evolution, seeing as how easy they were to find compared to most other Pokemon on this list. Whether it was just obtaining one or the whole set, There's no doubt that this was the Pokemon trainers seemed most eager to find at the beginning of their Pokemon journey. Number 1, Gyarados. I think we all know why this one made top spot on this list, and that is the simple fact that in order to evolve one, you're going to have to catch a whopping 101 stinking Magikarps. Even today, Magikarps are not uncommon as some other Pokemon. However, with the game losing its tracking function, Pokemon have become significantly harder to track down. So actually catching all 101 that you'll need will take even longer than it once did. Just for this reason, I believe Gyarados to be the most sought out Pokemon currently in the game, even today. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. Were there any Pokemon you guys thought I should have included on this list? I'm curious to hear what you guys think. If you guys know of what videos I should do next, anything Pokemon Go related, go ahead and let me know in the comments below and let's make it happen. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you could tap that like button if you enjoyed, and subscribe for future videos. If you have an idea for a top 10, leave a comment down below. I make top 10s on just about anything. And with that being said, I'll thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.